Hi, I'm Lori. Welcome to my channel. We're going to be making a really quick little heart wreath attachment to go on a project that we're doing. This is really fun and super simple, so let's get started. So all I did was print out a heart shape. Now, if you can draw, you can just draw one out. I'm not that great at drawing, so I just printed one. So I just printed this on paper and cut it out. This is a piece of foam board from Walmart. And I'm just going to put my heart on here. I'm just going to trace it out with a pen. And then we'll cut it out. So X-Acto knives work really well for cutting these out. I like this knife because it has a great handle on it. It just makes it easier. I'm just gonna put it in and cut it out. So once I have it cut out, you can clean off any of the little edges that are really sticking out. And I'm going to cover it in some stretch velvet. I love using this to cover things because it is stretchy. And the project I'm doing has a rose gold color, and this really matches it very well. So I'm going to pull out my fabric. I'm going to put my heart right on top, and I want about 1 inch to 2 inch allowance on each side. So we're going to cut about 12 inches. Okay. And we're going to go I think we're going to end up with about a 12 by 12 piece. This will be a little bit more than we need, but I'd rather have too much. Okay, so I cut a 12 by 12 piece of batting and a 12 by 12 piece of fabric. Now this heart is 8 inches. So I'm going to put the batting on first. I'm just going to take some hot glue, and I'm just going to kind of put some hot glue in here. And I'm just going to put the batting right on it and just kind of press it down. Just like that. Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure it's on there good. This fabric is going to go on top like this. All right. Then we're going to start getting this glued down to this piece. But before we do that, I'm going to add some polyfill. Now, I will go to Walmart and get pillows that have the polyfill in them, the really inexpensive pillows, because I find that it is actually a lot cheaper than buying the polyfill. So this is going to go in between the batting and the fabric. So depending on how fluffy you want it, you just put your polyfill in and then put your fabric back on top. Okay. And you're going to want to make sure that you tuck that stuffing in underneath. So I'll just kind of move it back, tuck it under, like that. And then I will start down the batting first. This just helps me get nice edges. So and this doesn't have to be perfect because you're not going to see this part. So I'm just stretching it across like this. And then we'll trim off the excess. Oh. And let's get our little point here. I just find when I'm working with things that have a little bit more of little sharp edges to it, that this helps get better edges. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and trim off any excess. So we don't need all of this. Okay. Okay, so you can see how nice that's going to be. Just kind of fix this little edge down here. There we go. So the batting stretches and so does the fabric. Okay, now we can put it back on. Tuck our little stuffing in. Okay, and then I'm going to start down these edges. So I'm just going to kind of run some glue and just pull and stretch. Just kind of make sure it's gluing on there. Okay, pull and stretch. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, just like that. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and trim off some of this excess so I can get the point correct. Let's glue that a little bit higher. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm going to trim off the excess for the point. Then I'm just going to kind of stretch and tuck it in. So kind of glue it down in here and then kind of pull it up like this so that it has a nice point. So all of your messy stuff will be in the back and we're going to be covering that. So don't worry about that part too much. So from the front, that looks nice and neat. Okay. All right, now we can do the corners. Since this is stretch fabric, it's a lot easier to just kind of pull and get the corners correct. If you don't have stretch fabric, you're probably going to have to make little trims to get it on there. Okay. There we go. just like that. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing around this corner. The trick is to use the stretchy fabric. Especially with shapes like this, it really does help. Okay. This is one of the simplest things to make, by far. Okay. See how cute that is? Okay. Now we can trim off the excess. Okay. You can see I didn't cut it anywhere. I just stretched it around. And from the front, it looks great. See, there's no little pieces sticking out. Everything looks great. Okay, for the back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of felt to cover the back, and we're going to use that to put our little pipe cleaner through. So I'm just going to cut a little piece off here. I'll draw it out again. Okay. And then we'll just trim it out. Now you can do a second one and attach it to the back so that you have a complete heart. So you can see it's going to cover it nicely. And it'll cover all those little pieces. Now, I'm going to take my awl and I'm going to poke a little hole here and a little hole here. And then I'm just going to stick my pipe cleaner right through that little hole I made. Okay. There we go. Then I'll just kind of twist it just so I don't get any of the fabric. And then I'm going to glue this on. So I'm just going to put glue all over and glue this down to the back. Okay. There we go. So this will cover the back, make the back look really nice. There we go. So it covers all of our little mechanics, and then we just have this nice heart in the front. And we also have a little thing to attach. I love how this looks. These are so fun and easy to make. They just take a few minutes. There's a ton of stuff you can do to kind of jazz these up. You can line the outsides. One of my favorite things are these glitter ropes. And these are so pretty to add some little accents. So you can just glue it right on. Okay. Just going to kind of glue around the edge here. Okay. I'm putting the glue on the rope so that I don't get excess glue on the fabric. You can use yarn, rope. There's a ton of things you can use to outline these. You can put words in it. So if you have trouble with having some wrinkles around the side, this will really cover it and hide that. So don't worry if you struggle with that a little. I will say that the batting really helps with that a lot. It makes it easier to get that kind of crisper edge because it does kind of round it. Then I'll just trim this. Okay. I'm going to kind of trim both of these to kind of match up like that. There we go. Okay. There we go. Look how cute that is. I have this one little piece I kind of want to reposition. Okay. There we go. One easy thing to do if you wanted to put little words in is to do XOXO because it's super easy to do. You can do it with some of this stuff. You can do it with yarn. If you just cut, you know, like this. It's just super easy. And you just kind of glue these together. Just like that. I don't think I'm going to put anything on mine, but I wanted to show you that it's super easy to do that. You can also use something like this. This is super cute. You can even do multiple things. You can use different fabrics together. You can glue another piece on top. So see how I did two? You could cut another piece out, probably felt, and glue it on top. There's just a ton of things you can do to make these your own. I just wanted something super simple. So this is just a super simple little cute project that you can do to add on to your Valentine's projects. And I'll be using this in a little swag that I'm making. So I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to know when we're going live or when we're uploading new content. We do go live a couple times a week, and I hope to see you there. Bye, y'all.